Another death row inmate is now making a final plea for his life, while the family of the victim says it's time for him to die. Kenneth Foster is scheduled for execution on August 30th. A jury found him responsible for the 1996 death of 25-year-old Michael LaHood in San Antonio. KXAN's Matt Fleener just returned from Texas death row in Livingston with this story you'll see only on Austin News. Matt?
Yeah, Robert, while we visited with Foster in Livingston, supporters dropped off this stack of petitions to the Board of Pardons and Parole today to get its members to rethink what is called the law of parties in Kenneth Foster's case. That law can convict someone by association in a crime, and in this case, it's a crime Kenneth Foster says he didn't commit.
Every second counts, every day counts.
From Conversation Booth 23, possibly with 2 weeks of conversations left.
It's a lot of torture in that.
Kenneth Foster's fighting with and for every breath.
I want you to realize you're about to kill a man who hasn't killed anybody.
A jury convicted Mauricio Brown for shooting Michael LaHood Jr. in 1996. But the jury convicted Foster for murder by association for driving Brown to and from the shooting that night.
Now, there's guys right out here with cases worse than mine, killers, walking around right out here. They're walking around. And they've got me back here on the death sentence for driving a car.
You never get over the loss of your child.
In San Antonio, the LaHood family says justice for their son will come when Foster's in the death chamber.
There isn't any closure, excuse me, when you lose a child. But I pray, and I'm looking forward to putting this case to rest.
I regret their loss. I'm sorry for it. But, you know, the bottom line is I didn't kill your son.
As Kenneth Foster maintains his innocence here on death row in Livingston, there were at least 3 judges back in Austin in Foster's latest court case that agreed he might have that claim to innocence. The dissenting judges from the Court of Criminal Appeals said new evidence after trial may have cleared Foster, but the 5 in the majority outweighed their opinion.
When you had 3 saying, well, we acknowledge that your innocence does exist, I mean, it still gave me pieces of hope.
Hope not lost on a family that lost their son.
I challenge them to get the whole story on whatever individual they're supporting, to find out truly the facts of the case, not just the person on death row's version.
A version played out in Kenneth Foster's possible final conversations for a crime he says he didn't commit.
If they want me on the gurney, they're going to have to pack me and they're going to have to throw me on there. I'm not going to walk and I'm not going to get on there because this is wrong. What you're doing is wrong, and I want you to remember this.
Now, director with the Board of Pardons and Parole said today she expects the board to rule on the case on or around August 28th. That's 2 days before Foster is scheduled to die. If the board recommends a stay, only then will Governor Perry review the case. And if you want to see our full conversation with Kenneth Foster, it is in the process of moving on to our website at KXAN.com.